Okay, let's talk about the solo. I just want to do very kind of simple stuff. Mainly look at his phrasing, his licks. This is in some ways a lick-based solo, but it's more than that because throughout the entire thing he really nails the changes. So I want to see what notes he's targeting mainly. See the notes in relationship to uh, chord shapes, etc. Very kind of simple way of looking at it, but that's what I need. Um, but as a starting point, let me show the basic G blues chord progression that I'm assuming for this solo. So here we go. We're in the G blues. We'll start with the G13, and then a C9 or C13 for the second measure. Back to G13, G13, some altered chord coming back to 4, C9, and then another C9. I'm not going to a diminished or anything, and then back to G, of course, and then E flat 9. Could have been a sharp 9. Let's go with flat 9. And then we're on the last 4 measures. 2, A minor, D 7th, and then our 2 measure turnaround, G, G13, of course. E flat 9, A minor 7th, D flat 9, or some kind of altered. Back to the top. Okay, that's the chord. Let's look at the solo. Although, actually, you heard from what I included on YouTube, I'm not starting with the solo. I'm starting with the last 4 measures, just simply because I like it. It's a awesome intro. You could use it as a guitar intro to a blues tune. So let's start with that. Like much of the solo, it's parked here in the eighth position. Right, this blues scale. Okay, so here we go. 8th position. Now that sometimes Grant plays this way, simply. Sometimes he embellishes it with a hammer-on. And then the last phrase of this is, notice, this is really kind of just blues scale stuff, but notice how this really nails the changes. If we're in G7th, G13th, we have the 5, 7, 1, and 9, right? We want 9s and 13s. And then the end of this little thing is a very cliched turnaround you've heard 100 times. I think, though, Grant likes this turnaround. He uses it in this tune because, boy, it nails the changes, doesn't it? If, remember, the last 2 measures was this. And listen how nicely that lick fits here. E minor 9, or sharp 9. We get both here. A, D flat 9. Nice. Okay. Now for the solo. We're on G13th, of course. Now watch the first lick. So here it is again, slower. It's a great lick. Very familiar. It's a cliche. You've heard it 100 times, 1,000 times. It's a blues lick. The beginning of Parker's Mood. Right? But look at the chord. This lick nails the changes. We know what chord we are. 1, 3, 5, 13, 1. No question about it. And then that minor third makes it sound really bluesy, doesn't it? Of course, it's also a chord tone if we happen to be on the 4 chord. It's also a chord tone of the 4 chord, isn't it? The flat 7th from C. I'm not sure that's what's going on here, though. If we're thinking of that chord tone, or just want it to sound bluesy. Okay, keep going. Now, we're still on G13, but we move up to the 8th position, and we're going to be here a lot. I think more blues scale stuff. Happens to be a chord tone, though. The 5th. Hammers into it, sounds nice. Blues riff type stuff. Sounds awesome. But watch how he ends the phrase. Let me play that again. So, blues riff stuff. Major third, right? We're thinking G7th. Nails the change by landing on the major third. It's a great way to end a phrase if you're on G13. Land on the major third. And then it keeps outlining the chord. So you have the landing on the third, then you go to the 1 and the 13. Remember, 9s and 13s are the sounds we want. So he really, it's a great way to end it. Major third, 1, 13. Okay? Cool. So, no question what chord we're on. Now, the progression is going to 4 now, right? Grant is not necessarily just going to keep playing the same stuff. He's going to let you know what chord we're on. Here, so the phrase goes, aha, the tonic. It's part of the blues scale, but it's, you know, we're on C. Now, he's going to play more blues scale stuff, I think, here. But notice the contrast between the previous measure, when we're on G13, where he lays on that major third. He's staying away from that because that's a bad note here. You can't play that. You probably don't want to play that here. Back to that minor third, because that's fits with the 4 chord. So just by the contrast between the major third and the minor third, your ear is hearing the difference between this and this. And then here he's kind of hanging around the chord tones again of C. We have C, we have the tonic, we have the flat 7, and we have the 5 of C. So blues stuff, yes, but he's letting us know what chord we're on.